Have you ever stopped to consider the magnitude of the role your mother has played in your life? This is a question that we often overlook in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Yet the importance of mothers in our world is unparalleled. Mothers come from all walks of life. They may have met your father under the most conventional circumstances or under the most unconventional ones. Regardless of the context, they made a choice to carry you, to nurture you. Imagine this, a woman, your mother, carrying a life inside her for 9 long months, her body changing, adapting, sacrificing for the life growing within her. She may have experienced morning sickness, back pain, hip pain, and a myriad of other discomforts. Yet, she bore it all. She bore it for you. Her sacrifices didn't stop at childbirth. Think about those early years. She may have been financially strapped, struggling to cover the expenses of raising a child, yet she made do. She made it work for you. She cleaned up after you, fed you, comforted you, and loved you unconditionally. All this while dealing with her own life's challenges and adversities. Mothers, they are the epitome of selflessness and sacrifice. They are the pillars we lean on, the safe haven we run to. Their love is often taken for granted, their sacrifices overlooked. Yet, they continue to give, to love, to nurture. So, the next time you find yourself frustrated or impatient with your mother, remember the journey she undertook for you. Remember the sacrifices she made, the pain she endured, the love she showered on you. Remember that no matter the circumstances of your birth, your mother made sacrifices for you. She chose you. She chose to bring you into this world, to love you, to care for you. She chose to be your mother. And that, my friends, is the true importance of mothers. No matter the circumstances of your birth, your mother made sacrifices for you. The sacrifices made by mothers often go unnoticed, but they are monumental. Picture a young woman, fresh out of university, her eyes sparkling with dreams of climbing the corporate ladder. She lands a promising job and starts carving out a space for herself in the corporate world. Then she discovers she's pregnant. She grapples with the reality of her situation, and ultimately she makes the decision to step back from her blossoming career to focus on raising her child. Consider another woman who, despite having a limited income, never fails to provide for her children. Every month, she meticulously budgets her earnings, often skipping meals or making do with worn-out clothes, just so she can afford to buy her kids the new shoes they need for school or the books they need for their education. Then there's the single mother who, despite the stigma and criticism from society, raises her child with unwavering love and determination. She endures the harsh whispers and judgmental stares, but she remains steadfast, her love for her child overshadowing any societal pressure. Let's not forget the mother who, in the depths of despair, leaves an abusive relationship to protect her children. She bravely steps into an uncertain future, choosing to face the unknown rather than subject her children to a toxic environment. And there's the mother who, despite her own dreams and aspirations, stays awake late into the night, meticulously sewing costumes for her child's school play, or spends hours helping them with their science project. She puts her own needs and desires on hold, her children's happiness and success becoming her primary focus. These stories are not uncommon. They are the stories of mothers from all walks of life who, in their own ways, have made significant sacrifices for their children. They've given up careers, endured financial hardships, faced societal criticism, and even put their lives at risk, all for the sake of their children. Each sacrifice a mother makes is a testament to her love, a love that is deep, selfless, and unwavering. It's a love that knows no bounds. A love that is willing to endure pain and hardship for the sake of another's happiness. Motherhood is a journey filled with sacrifices, both big and small. It's a journey that requires strength, resilience, and an immense amount of love. But it's also a journey that brings immeasurable joy and fulfillment. So let's take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate these sacrifices. Let's honor the mothers who've given so much of themselves for their children. Let's recognize the strength, the courage, and the love that is inherent in motherhood. These stories are a testament to the selflessness and dedication of mothers. The struggles of motherhood are not just physical, but emotional and mental as well. The journey of a mother is composed of many phases, each with its own set of challenges that can take a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. Let's delve into postpartum depression, a condition that many new mothers grapple with. The joyous arrival of a new baby can be clouded by feelings of sadness, anxiety, and exhaustion. It's a struggle that's often hidden away, as mothers feel pressured to maintain the facade of blissful parenthood. Take the case of Emily, a mother of two, who battled postpartum depression in silence for months, fearing judgment and misunderstanding. Her story is not uncommon, but it is often untold. Motherhood also brings with it an onslaught of anxiety. The constant worry for their child's well-being can be overwhelming. Whether it's concern over their child's health, academic performance, or social interactions, mothers carry a persistent worry that can be emotionally exhausting. Consider Sarah, a single mother of a teenager. She confesses that her mind is always racing, worrying about her son's future, his choices, his happiness. This constant state of anxiety is a struggle she navigates daily, a common thread in the tapestry of motherhood. Then there's the pressure to be the perfect mother. Society often paints a picture of motherhood that is unblemished and serene, an unrealistic standard that many mothers feel compelled to meet. This pressure can lead to feelings of inadequacy and guilt, adding another layer to the emotional and mental struggles of motherhood. Reflect on Laura, a working mother, who often feels torn between her professional commitments and her role as a mother. She battles guilt when she misses her daughter's school events because of work, and feels judged when she leaves early to pick her up from school. The struggle to balance her roles and meet the expectations of being a perfect mother is a silent battle she fights every day. These struggles of motherhood are real and profound. They are battles fought behind the scenes, often hidden behind smiles and assurances of everything's fine. But it's important to remember that these struggles do not define motherhood. They are merely a part of the journey. Each mother navigates these struggles in her own way, with resilience and strength that is nothing short of inspiring. They push through the hard days, the sleepless nights, the worries and the guilt, all because of the unyielding love they have for their children. These struggles are a testament to the strength and resilience of mothers. They remind us of the sacrifices mothers make, the burdens they carry, and the unwavering love they have for their children. Motherhood is a journey of countless struggles, but it is also a journey of immeasurable love, strength, and resilience. Sadly, not all children appreciate the sacrifices and struggles their mothers have endured. In the panorama of life, it's disheartening how often we overlook the toil and tribulations our mothers have weathered for us. These are the women who, despite their own circumstances, chose to bring us into this world, often at great personal cost. Yet, too often we fail to see their sacrifices for what they truly are, acts of boundless love. Consider this. There are times when a mother may be financially strapped, juggling the expenses of raising a child and maintaining her own life. Regardless, she makes sacrifices, sometimes going without, so that her child may have. Yet, as we grow older, many of us develop a sense of entitlement, believing we owe them nothing in return. We forget the many nights she stayed up, soothing our fevered brows, or the countless hours she spent cleaning up after us, asking for nothing in return but our happiness. There are those among us who, now grown, wish we didn't have to assist our mothers. Some, regrettably, even abandon them in their time of need. We convince ourselves that we are not obligated to help because, after all, we didn't ask to be born. But isn't that a rather selfish perspective? Think about it. Your mother could have been in any number of situations when she became pregnant. She could have been in a loving relationship, a one-night stand, or worse. She could have faced abuse or been forced into unwanted situations. Regardless, she chose to carry you, to endure 9 months of discomfort and pain, to bring you into this world. Let's not forget the physical toll of motherhood. Pregnancy is not a walk in the park. It's a roller coaster of morning sickness, backache, hip pain, and a myriad of other discomforts. Yet she bore it all for you. We must acknowledge that not all mothers are saints. Some may not have acted in the best interests of their children. But if you've had a mother who has been good to you, who has loved you unconditionally and made sacrifices for you, then turning your back on her is a harsh betrayal. Consider the karma of such an act. Imagine facing double the hardship your mother went through simply because you were ungrateful for her sacrifices. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? It's time for us to reflect on our relationships with our mothers. Have we been appreciative? Have we shown gratitude for their sacrifices? Or have we been blind to their struggles, consumed by our own self-centered worldviews? It's not too late to change. It's not too late to show your mother the love and respect she deserves. If you've been taking your mother for granted, now is the time to acknowledge her sacrifices, to show her the love she has always shown you. To those who have turned their backs on their mothers, consider the sacrifices they have made. How can we show our appreciation for the mothers in our lives? We could start by realizing the immense sacrifices they have made. The sleepless nights, the endless worries, the physical pain and the emotional turmoil they've endured, all for us. This understanding is the first step towards appreciating our mothers. Let's break it down into practical steps. The first and most simple way is by spending quality time with them. In this fast-paced world, time is the most precious commodity. So when we carve out moments from our busy schedules to be with our mothers, it speaks volumes about our love and respect for them. Be it a daily phone call, a weekly dinner, or a simple stroll in the park, these moments of togetherness can mean the world to them. Next, express gratitude. It's easy to take for granted the things our mothers do for us, the meals they cook, the clothes they wash, the comfort they provide. We seldom stop to thank them. So make it a habit to say thank you for the little things. A simple note of gratitude, a heartfelt letter, or even a warm hug can make them feel valued and appreciated. Lastly, support them in their struggles. As they age, our mothers face numerous challenges, from health issues to loneliness. Stand by them, just like they stood by you in your difficult times. Help them in their daily chores, listen to their worries, or simply hold their hand when they need it. Such gestures of support and empathy can make a world of difference to them. Remember, our mothers don't expect grand gestures. They value sincerity over materialism. So it's not about buying expensive gifts, but about showing genuine care and love. It's about making them feel cherished, respected and loved every single day. There are countless ways to show our mothers that we appreciate them, and every small act of kindness counts. So let's start today. Let's make our mothers feel loved and appreciated just like they deserve to be. As we conclude this journey, let's revisit the importance of mothers in our lives. These are the women who, regardless of the circumstances of conception, made the decision to bring us into this world. This choice wasn't made lightly. It was a commitment to 9 months of physical discomfort and potential health risks, followed by years of personal sacrifice. Mothers are our first caregivers, our first teachers, and often our first friends. From the moment they knew of our existence, they took on the burdens of motherhood. They endured morning sickness, back pain and hip pain. They pushed through the challenges of pregnancy and childbirth, all to bring us into the world. Their sacrifices didn't end there. Mothers often put their own needs and desires aside to ensure our well-being. They worked long hours, sometimes juggling multiple jobs, to provide for us. They gave up sleep to comfort us during late-night feedings and illnesses. They cleaned up after us, taught us, supported us, and loved us unconditionally. Yet too often we take these sacrifices for granted. We forget that our mothers are human beings, with their own hopes, dreams and fears. We forget the pain they endured, the sacrifices they made, and the love they poured into us. For those of us fortunate to have loving, supportive mothers, it's essential to remember the importance of showing our gratitude. We must express our appreciation not just through words, but through actions. We can help them when they need it, spend quality time with them, and listen to them as they once listened to us. Let's not wait until it's too late to show our mothers how much they mean to us. Let's not become ungrateful children who forget the sacrifices our mothers made. Instead, let's honor them every day for their unwavering love and commitment. Remember The love and appreciation we show our mothers is a reflection of our gratitude for the sacrifices they have made.